The PSL is on a break, but the drama never sleeps. For the first time in a long time, the title could go to anybody. That's right, Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns will be amongst the clubs going for glory. Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Deshaj, and with me in studio today is African football expert Mogale Sathekge.
Thank you so much, Deshi, for welcoming me. Likewise, good day to the listeners.
Mo, let's dive straight into it then. Kaizer Chiefs have finally got their man, Nasreddine Nabi, after what seems like an eternity. How important is he going to be for them?
Firstly, what I can say to you is that, is he really the man that they were looking for? Because in terms of what other teams have done, as far as signing new players is concerned, I don't see Chiefs doing much better in terms of that. And they are already signings that came through that some supporters feel like he fumbled his first 2 or 3 signatures. So, but let's give him time and let's see how it goes.
Well, look, it wasn't only him that came to the club. It was his technical team as well. Would have been a massive investment by the Motoing family.
Yes, but it's okay to invest in the technical team, but if you're going to invest in a technical team that is taking over a team that failed dismally the previous season, what are you trying to communicate to the football fans? What are you trying to communicate to the Kaizer Chiefs fans and so forth? The investments in terms of the money should be directed into getting players worth quality to be playing for Kaizer Chiefs. It is one of the big 3 teams in the PSL.
Of course. Well, look, if you were the director of football at the club, what would the expectations be for the incoming manager?
The expectations would be like, okay, we got you, but first impression, here is the budget. Who are you signing? Who are you bringing into the team? Fresh talent that can take the team somewhere. It's the first season, but at least we are a big team. Can't we at least get players that are going to lead us into the top 4, play one final or so, and then know that next season, the other season, we prepare thoroughly and buy all the quality that we need, and we can win titles or all the cups that we partake in.
Well, they have reinforced the goalkeeping department. I believe T.S. Galaxy's and Tuwari has signed for the Soweto Giants. Do you think he's going to be the man to shake things up?
Look, you buy one goalkeeper, you buy one, I can't say Bongani Semi is a reject, but you buy a guy who's been at Orlando Pirates and was not getting enough game time. And at Swallows he played, but at some point he was released and so forth. So, look, if the coach saw the player in the technical team and they believe that he's capable of being a player that can fit into the Kaizer Chiefs team, then why not? But I'm just worried, man. There's quite a lot of players right at the present moment that were linked to Chiefs and they didn't make any.
It fell through the cracks.
Yes. So Bongani Zungu, we don't know what's happening. Gastran Serino, they've been saying, but at this present moment, with all the hearsays and the tabloids, Pirates are the one winning that race as far as Gastran Serino is concerned. As far as for Bongani Zungu, I don't know where that lies, but getting Bongani Zungu will be a great acquisition for Amakosi.
All right. Well, let's look ahead then to Orlando Pirates. Of course, Jose Riviero is the favorite to lift the title. Do you think he's going to actually do it?
Yes, he's going to do it because he has reinforced his squad. Gilberto is already playing very well. Rasibuta from Supersport and a couple of those 2 young boys from those lower teams. They've played. They are now in Spain, playing their off-season football against teams like Sevilla and so forth. You get my point. So Pirates is readily preparing for the season, and you can see all the players are given an opportunity to play and so forth, and you can see that what the coach is doing, he's just trying to show us that this will be different combinations that Pirates will be using going forward in terms of next season. And I can assure you, Pirates is not done signing players for the new season.
You mentioned Gilberto, and of course, he had an incredible AFCON with Angola. He has scored on his preseason debut with the Soweto Giants, and can he be that player that'll really shake things at the Buccaneers?
We saw him in the CAF Champions League playing against Sundowns. We saw him against Angola in AFCON. He's a quality player.
Yeah.
This is not something that we are unsure about, or this is not something that we can say, oh, he might be. No, we have seen this guy playing, and already he's giving his all now with Pirates during off-season games and so forth. So Pirates, in terms of their acquisitions right now at the present moment, I believe they are on the right track, and they are still going to bring more players.
And they have held onto Chagofatso Mabasa. The man was the top scorer in the DStv Premiership last season with 16 league goals. How important is he going to be this time around?
I mean, retaining all your strikers. I mean, the only strikers that we lost now, it's Marone and it's also Erasmus. But Lepasa is still there. Mahopa is still there. Mabasa is still there. What a refreshing Orlando Pirates squad. I mean, Jose Ribeiro is something else. I love how that man thinks. I mean, Radiopani just came back. Mahaun Kota got promoted from the Diski team. He's with the team now in Spain. The man is trying to see what flavor can the youngsters add into the Pirates experienced team. So Pirates has got a full-blown squad. They are going to compete in close to 5 or 6 competitions this coming season. It makes sense for them to acquire more players and to bring more young promising players in there from the Masidlale Diski team, so that they can help the players, the team, to reach its success for the next coming season.
Well, Mo is predicting that Pirates are going to be the ones to knock Sundowns off their perch. Speaking about that surprise package, Rulani Mokwena and Mamelodi Sundowns have parted ways. Your thoughts?
My thoughts, very bad, very bad. I see a disaster at Sundowns, at Klorkop. Rulani was cooking something there. Rulani was cooking something just because the technical team and the coach don't agree in terms of buying certain players and so forth. It shouldn't be blown out of proportion. But Mamelodi Sundowns unfortunately failed to manage and to handle that to such an extent that they lost a very good coach. A
master tactician, if you ask me.
Yes. So in the process, they lost Rulani Mokwena. And look,
do you believe the relationship was fractured before the season? Because according to numerous reports, the disagreements came down to Timon Nkosi Lorch, him being signed and not even featuring in the Nedbank Cup final.
Yes, but that's the problem. I mean, you can't fight with the coach if he wants a certain player and he wants to use a certain player. You can be a club CEO, a technical director, 1, 2, 3. But look, when it comes to the coach knowing which players he wants in his team, let's just let the coaches do what they do. People, I mean, in PSL, I think the teams should learn from teams like Real Madrid. Fiorentino Perez buys players based on what the coach also echoes in terms of the type of quality that they want at Real Madrid. No disagreements and 1, 2, 3. They look into all the factors. They look at the player, and if the coach wants that particular player, they go for that player. So this politics at Pirates and Sundowns and Chiefs, when it comes to sourcing new players for the new season, it's becoming a bore. Because every season we get certain stories unfold. If the team fails for that particular season, that there is a certain player that was bored, it was not in the team, in the technical team's mind or so forth. The coach wanted that player. It's a ball. They must focus on being stronger, great teams and building formidable, strong squads so that they can compete with your Al Ahly and go to Club World Cup and compete and play competitive football with those teams out there.
Well, of course, Sundowns wasted no time in bringing Steve Kompella back to the club. Do you think his involvement is going to provide some stability alongside Manqoba?
I mean, he knows certain players, but Coach Steve is one coach. I'm gonna say it without fear of favor. He's one coach who's got favorites.
Yeah.
When it comes to fielding players,
The
how
first
a
11.
player plays and so forth. He's got favorites. We have seen that at Chiefs. We have seen that at Golden Arrows. We have seen that at, he's that type of a coach who believe in a certain player, just like Smith and Dorp and Gavin Hunt. When they believe in a certain player, they can sign that player in 5 teams. Everywhere they go, they can bring that player wherever they go. So I just hope that is not going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Sundowns is a good team with a lot of talented, old, experienced and young players. So I hope he's going to go there to be a coach, not to cause a rift between players, not to cause favoritism, not to be a politician, but to be a football manager and assist Mangoba Mngiti so that they can continue making sure that Sundowns become a very dangerous and
do you feel the two of them will be good enough to carry out the CAF ambitions of the club, or do they need an incoming head coach?
They can. I mean, Coach Mangoba Mngiti is not... he's not a newbie to this continental football and so forth. I mean, he has coached that man, and we know what he's capable of. I mean, he can drive the seat. He can be on the driver's seat as far as Mamelodi Sundowns is concerned. But the problem now becomes: are they going to get along when it comes to selection of the players and how the team will be managed and what will be the philosophy and all of those things? All those things play a whole lot of factors when it comes to coaching.
Yeah. Okay, Mo, finally, in closing, can you see a dark horse coming through the ranks? I mean, last season we've seen Stellenbosch go pound for pound. Cape Town City have been reinforcing their squad. Many signings coming through the door. SuperSport United also confirming 2 or 3 signings. Can you see anybody else coming through?
The problem is when you're a dark horse, Cape Town City and so forth, you're signing players from Pirates and Sundowns. So it's okay. You might surprise them, but when you sign those previous players, they sign something new that you don't know, something that is very good and so forth. I mean, they've made a couple of good acquisitions, but Cape Town City always pull a good one on us in terms of the type of foreign players that they sign. They sign good quality. So let's see, man. I hope Stellenbosch will pick up where they left off last season and give Orlando Pirates, Sundowns and Chiefs their run for their money for this upcoming season.
All right, well, this upcoming season is proving one to be competed amongst all premier PSL clubs. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure unpacking all things South African football related to you. If you haven't already, please smash that like button and let us know in the comments who you think is going to be crowned the DSTV Premiership champions. Thanks. Goodbye.
It's a showbie.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.